Teens jailing shows exactly how Facebook will help anti-abortion states for the first time since Roe v. Wade was overturned. There's a clear example showing exactly how Facebook will react to law enforcement requests for abortion data without user consent. Forbes reports that a 17-year-old named Celeste Burgess in Nebraska had her Facebook messages subpoenaed by Detective Ben McBride, who suspected that Burgess reported stillborn birth was a medication abortion. In the officer's affidavit, he explains that he asked that Meta not notify the teen of the request for her Facebook data because she might tamper with or destroy evidence. Court records show that Meta complied with the logic. Meta did not immediately respond to R's request for comment on this case, but previously, Meta has said that, "We notify users, including advertisers, about requests for their information before disclosing it unless we are prohibited by law from doing so or in exceptional circumstances, such as where a child is at risk of harm, emergencies, or when notice would be counterproductive." In this case, no child was at risk of harm because the abortion occurred in April, months before the data request in June. There was also no emergency seemingly. That leaves some other kind of exceptional circumstances to justify Meta sharing the data without notice, or else this case counts as being counterproductive for Meta to provide notice, as McBride suggests in his affidavit. What happened? According to court documents, Burgess was 28 weeks pregnant when her mother, Jessica Burgess, who is also being charged, helped her mail-order abortion pills in April to terminate the pregnancy. An abortion at 28 weeks breaks Nebraska law, which hasn't changed since the Dobbs decision, but prevents abortion after 20 weeks. McBride says his investigation started when he learned that the mother and daughter had buried a child after claiming the baby was stillborn. Immediately, McBride sought medical records to find out when Celeste miscarried, and when he interviewed the teen about the day of her miscarriage, he noticed that she consulted her Facebook Messenger app to determine the exact date. This led McBride to believe that there was more evidence in the case stored on Facebook owner Meta's servers. So, even though the final autopsy report said the cause of the baby's death was undetermined, McBride still sought evidence to confirm that Celeste had an abortion. He says in his affidavit that Celeste sharing her messages with him was a turning point that led him to believe that there will be more messages.